from a Lee Kwan Yew fellowship, just like the chair before me was also a Lee Kwan Yew fellow in Singapore. And there are tech VOC institutions. There are universities which invite teachers from ASEAN countries for career development and training. And this is for free. I would like to suggest that the Department of Foreign Affairs, maybe the Chief of Staff of the Secretary, or those in charge of our offices abroad, so that all offices of the DFA give the information to both CHED and the PASUK of all available libre lahat scholarships for our teachers and possibly even students, because there was a time when it was very difficult for certain countries to attract students because they did not know where to go and who to convey the message to. So I'd like to know, is there already such an existing partnership or collaboration between and among the CHED, the Department of Foreign Affairs, and the PASUK? Or do the state universities and colleges, or perhaps only UP, does that collaboration?
Mr. Chair, to this one. Thank you for the information, Senator Lorem. By the time you speak, there are SUCs here already have those partnerships and collaboration through the respective embassies. And I think once and for all, if we can invite the Department of Foreign Affairs, and they will be having a information bulletin, maybe in one of the higher education summit, we can invite them so that information will be made available to all of us. Though we would like to recognize some SUCs who already have those programs. So I think that would be helpful po. Sabi po ninyo, libre pala yung marami doon. So we can avail po.
For example, a few years ago, I met the head of Google, that's based in Singapore, and they wanted, and this was online, scholarships for micro credit courses, micro courses on different aspects of innovation, etc. Google. And I rolled it out. May mga taga-senado po ang nag-attend, may mga sa Antique ang nag-attend. I'm not sure what are the others. And these were certificate courses given out by Google. They didn't have to go to Singapore, but they did the online courses. I hope, siguro naman, nakatulong Google yan, based in Singapore, online. So, in short, there's a whole world out there willing to help our 114 million population by focusing on the youth and teachers of our country. I'm willing to host the DFA as well, and we target perhaps certain embassies where they are offering courses both for scholarships for students and for career development for our teachers as well. I recall many years ago when I went to Columbia University in New York, and I think I mentioned it to you, a Green Institute of Jeffrey Sachs, I think I mentioned it to one of you, wanted to have a partnership in the Philippines. I tried to link them up with UP Los Baños. I'm not certain what happened anymore, but there are such initiatives. There are not necessarily university to university, but even institutes within universities that wish to have such collaboration. So if it has not happened before, we are willing to do that between the DFA and PASUK and UP, even institutes within the state universities. And I will request, and I'll write a letter to the SFA so that she can inform all consulates and posts abroad to be very conscious and to reach out to all scholarship giving bodies and institutions in their jurisdictions, and to give the information to PASUK.
Thankfully, we will attend,
Yeah.
Mr. Chair, and we are grateful of the information that you will be giving us. It will be helpful, Madam Chair, for sure.
Pala, ito si Jeffrey Sachs ang kamitin ko pala sa 2002. My God, ang bata ko pa noon. 2002, my first term, when I met Jeffrey Sachs in Colombia, because I wanted to set up an Earth Institute. He may not remember me anymore now, but I will reach out to the Earth Institute, whichever SUC, including my alma mater UP, is willing to host it. I link them with UP Los Baños then. Sino ba ang head nun? Di ko na po maalala. Pero kung willing po kayo. And this is just an example. We can do this tenfold.
Salamat po.
Yes. Now, I'd like to know more about BARM. Yung block grant ng BARM, according to information, does not provide, I'm not sure, I don't want to directly to the SUCs. I'd like to know under the GAA, I think there's an allocation for state universities, yes. No, in the NEP, there's Cotabato State, Adjong, Mindanao, MSU Tawi-Tawi, Sulu, and Tawi-Tawi Agriculture College. I just wanted to make sure that we will amend the budget correctly and do it correctly because there are SUCs in the BARM that are not funded by the BARM government. And at the same time, the national government has a working assumption that such responsibility falls under the autonomous framework to be funded by the block grant. DBM is here. I'd like to be clarified in this. So there's a risk. Is there a risk that SUCs in the BARM region may fall through the cracks and be placed at a disadvantage if there is, if this is not clarified? So my clarificatory question is, where does the funding responsibility for SUCs in BARM lie? Because based on
we have funded it.
the studies conducted, the lowest literacy program is in the autonomous region, in the BARM region. So is it within the BARM government through the block grant or with the national government through GAA? How do we ensure that no funding gaps arise that would undermine the operations of these institutions? However, I put on record that indeed there are in the NEP some. I'm not certain if the 6 are all the SUCs in the BARM. Which brings me to my question of providing scholarships for students in the BARM or even giving the teachers in the BARM SUCs, I hope they're also here, or baka wala sila dito, the same career development and training that can be given to the others. So, the BARM SUC should be part of PASOK, right?
Yes po,
Yeah.
yes po.
And the scholarships augmentations in budgets can be coursed through the national government, or is this all going to both scholarships, meaning amendments which are soft, and infrastructure development, assuming the academic building requests of all SUCs will be granted? So I'm not certain if it's Dr. Ronquillo who can answer this, or the CHED, or DBM. Yes, thank you.
Mr. Chair, maybe this is very little information. As to your question, I think BBM or other agents can answer it. But I would like to tell the body that there was a year when BARM SUCs are not included in the NEP. And we really fought hard that year, I think some 2 years ago, just to restore their budgets and include that in the GAA, and we were able to do that. I think Congress and Senate were able to manage and put their funds in the GAA. So I think now, but this year, I don't know, Madam Chair, if DBM.
You're correct, Dr. Ronquillo. That's why I'm confused. A few years ago, wala sa NEP. Ngayon, nasa NEP. So which is which? It's the same administration. So, DBM, please clarify so that we will know, because we may be amending it. Nasa NEP ngayon eh. Yes. Oo. Thank you.
Mr. Chair, for FY 2026, we continue the funding po of the 6 SUCs under BARM with a total allocation of 8.773 billion. That includes personal services, maintenance, and other operating expenses and capital outlay po.
So it's clarified now that all SUCs, anim sila, no? In BARM, are included in the NEP, and that's legal provision because it's in the NEP. So the year or the years that the BARM SUCs were not in the NEP, you deprive them of what was legally theirs. So I speak for them now because hindi sila kasama sa NEP noon, although siguro meron nag-amend na sinama sila sa GAA. Please, maybe if you don't have the answers now, look at those years where the BARM SUCs were not included in the NEP and no GAA provisions were made, just like the backlog na utang ng DBM sa SUCs, baka may utang din kayo sa SUCs ng BARM. If you're not able to answer that now, then we're forced to. Sure. That's why I'm confused. Attorney Doblon, former head of the LBRMO, who's my consultant, she's 40 years DBM in the Senate, is telling me that only the Mindanao State University is under the national government. There's this confusion, Mr. Chair. We have to sort this out. While all the others, paano naman ang Cotabato State University? Paano yung Adjong Memorial State College? Paano ang Sulu State College? Paano yung Tawi-Tawi Regional Agriculture College? Yung MSU sa Marawi, paano yung MSU Tawi-Tawi? Hindi pa rin, iklaro nyo. Kasi, are they members of PASOK? They are.
Yes po, yes po.
But, I am told only MSU. What about the others? But the block grant, I am told, do not include them for capital outlay and for scholarships. But our free tertiary education includes all higher education institutions. So whether it's in scholarships or in capital outlay or whatever programs, can we hear a policy direction from DBM? Because as the PASOK chair has said, 2 years ago, they were not in the NEP. There was no intervening law between 2 years ago and now they are in the NEP. So which is which? Because we also don't want to do anything illegal and amend the budget tapos hindi pala pwede kasi galing sa block grant. And at the same time, we do not want to deprive them if we, as national government, are allowed to augment them. And this is important and applicable to the refund that will be given na 12 billion because as you say, the 6 SUCs and their extension campuses are part of the 113 SUCs. So if the answer of DBM will be, hindi sila kasama sa block grant, paano yung ibibigay ng national government through PASOK? Sayang yung pondo at kawawa naman sila. Kaya dapat make up your mind. Hindi pwede yung 2 years ago hindi sila kasama, ngayon kasama. And if so, ano yung dahilan? Hindi kami gumawa ng bagong batas within 2 years. I-clarify lang po. Thank you.
Mr. Chair, since 2022 po, the DBM continues to fund the 6 SUCs under the BARM. But we will review and submit po if may.
Question is simple. National government, are we allowed to fund both scholarships and infrastructure for state universities and colleges in the BARM region? Yes or no? Ganun lang ang tanong ko. Your answer is yes because you put it in the NEP. I'll answer it for you. Ano? Gusto ko lang on record na hindi manggaling sa kayong DPM eh. Sasagot naman kayo. Binigay niyo sa NEP, DPM.
Yes po.
No, so my question is, why did you not put it in the NEP 2 years ago? What transpired 2 years ago that it was not in the NEP? And I am told here by Attorney Doblon that she was told only MSU. So why choose only one SUC and the others are not allowed? And that's only allowed in the block grant? No, I don't think so. So that's why I want a clarification so that this confusion once and for all is clarified. Please po, DBM.
Mr. Chair, in 2022, hindi siya included in the NEP, pero na-include siya in the SICA. So, na-include siya sa GAA, kaya inadapt siya in 2023 up to 2026 that we continue to fund the requirement of these 6 SUCs.
Yeah. Pasika is a congressional insertion. Yan, amendment, ha? That demonized name insertion. So, mabuting insertion